when I saw the title, I was like, oh, what is he saying? Like, let's talk about the mindset of growth as an entrepreneur. I'm gonna keep it short in today's video, and if you are new to the channel, it's older brother Tapo here. I speak entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs mindset. Let's get into the video right away. Having a growth mindset, it looks like you starting your small business, but you are thinking big with your business. I remember seeing an interview back in 2017 on ETV, but on the YouTube channel, of course. And it was an interview with Vusi Tembegwayo where he says he doesn't like the idea of a small business. And when I saw the title, I was like, oh, Vusi Tembegwayo, what is he saying? Like, small business, he doesn't like the term of small business idea, or a small business, or the idea of a small business rather. And when I watched the video, I had to agree with everything he was saying, because for the most part, most of us, when we start a business because we are inspired or motivated by seeing another business that is in the industry that we might be passionate about, and that business is a big business, it's a multi-million rand business, or even a multi-million dollar business. And we get into that industry with the thought that I want to have that big business. But there's a problem with getting into a business and you are inspired by the win, or the how may I put it, at their finish line rather. You are inspired by their finish line without thinking about where that business started. And this is why you will see that most people will give up on business, saying that business is too difficult, or business is not something that they can do, or they feel that they're just not good enough for a business. You know, this could be someone who is in their business for 2 years, 3 years, and if you have a business that you've been running for 2 years and 3 years, and you don't see yourself making even break even for your business, like you are even unable to pay your own personal bills, let alone the business bills, in 3 years, and you think that, okay, maybe the business is a failure and let me just let it go, without thinking about pivoting into something that will allow your business to grow, without maybe thinking, I'm doing too many things in the business, let me just do less, or I'm doing too little things in the business, let me do more so that the business can grow. You know, it might take you up to 10 years of you working on your business for your business to become big and successful and make the millions that you want your business to make. So it really is a mindset thing. When you start a small business, you do have to think big, but understand that getting too big is not an easy thing. And somebody might be watching this YouTube channel and they think to themselves, well, Tapo, you don't have a big business yourself, so how can you talk about such a thing? The thing is, I'm relatable to you. I'm thinking of building a business that will compete or maybe even crush Unilever, for example, right? But I'm starting where I'm starting. I start in my kitchen and ensure that I make a good product that people will enjoy and they will love. But I am thinking that, you know what, in the next 25 years, I want to have a business that buys other small businesses that is similar to a Unilever, that has a big ass plant of its own. But the plant right now is in my kitchen. And somebody might think to themselves, how are you going to do that in South Africa? Unilever is an international brand. Well, true, I agree that it's an international brand and I am starting in South Africa, but understand this. You know, the Dangote group that does concrete, it started in a country, in a third world country. I think it's Congo, I might be wrong right now, but it's a multi-million dollar business. And it is now penetrated a lot of African countries, and it's actually investing in some South African infrastructure. This is an African business, right? So I believe that I can do it too with my business, and you can also do it with your business. This is a mindset thing. If you believe that you can do it and you believe in yourself. Also, I'm not a motivational speaker, so I'm not trying to motivate you. I'm just trying to make you understand that sometimes your business is greater than what you think. It's just that you are going to have to struggle. You are going to have to start very small. South Africa is a fucking rich country. And I use a slur word because I'm passionate about that. South Africa is a fucking rich country. We have multi-billionaires in dollars in this country. We have multi-millionaires in dollars, and we have multi-millionaires and billionaires in rands in this country. And they are doing multiple businesses. We're not talking about people who own businesses in the mining sector. We're not talking about people who own business in gold or you know, mining. When people think about multi-billionaires, they think mining. or they think tenders. If you are that person who starts a business and you're thinking a tender, let's not talk about you. But South Africa is a fucking rich country. That's why we have so many multi-millionaires, and that's why we have so many multi-billionaires in dollars. And I will repeat this. This is why we've got so many foreign nationals coming from other African countries and other countries outside of the African continent coming to South Africa, investing in South Africa so that they can enrich themselves, they can enrich their companies, they can enrich their families. Google is investing in Africa. It's investing in South Africa. Amazon is investing in South Africa. Why would they invest in South Africa? Why would they have a big office in South Africa if South Africa was not a rich enough country for them to make the kind of money that they make, or the kind of money that they want to make in their business? Think about it in that sense, and once you think about it in that sense, you'll realize that we have a country that is rich enough for all of us to be employed, or rather self-employed, and create employment. And I want to get into the employment thing just before I wrap up. The problem of unemployment, it being so high in the country, is not a government problem. It is the people's problem. We have made the mistake of believing that in order for us to be employed, we have to get our employment from the government. We have to depend on the government. And if you have a business, you believe that the government has to fund your business. There's countries where if you want to start your business, the government has nothing to do with your business. You have to start your business, you have to find your own funding, and the government will not get involved unless it's a business that might be benefiting the government somehow. But in this country, we are making the mistake of believing that the government has to fund us for us to live a lifestyle that we want, for us to build a business that we want. It's impossible. And as much as they make the promises just so that they can get our votes, realistically, it's impossible to fund every single business idea out there, because not every single business idea out there is actually going to succeed. A lot of them are going to fail. I've got many businesses that have failed, and I have side hustles here and there. I'm talking about last month. I had a side hustle, and I'm looking at that side hustle. I'm thinking to myself, no. This is definite failure. Because now I do have the foresight through experience of what is going to work and what is not going to work. And this is why I'm working hard on my hygiene manufacturing business. And obviously there will be growth in that business, things that I'll be talking about in later stages. But it is a realistic business that I can chase. I'm not chasing the wind in this one. You understand? So on the point of unemployment, we are the ones that will employ ourselves. We are the ones that will employ our peers. It is up to us. It's in our hands. And this is exactly what we've got to do. All right. I'm going to wrap up the video. Just remember that if you've got a business that you want to grow into a large entity, into a large corporation, you have to start small. And it's the mindset of growth that will lead your business to the growth that you want. Number two is that South Africa is a fucking rich country, and say it like that. South Africa is a fucking rich country. And lastly, your employment is in your hands.